Today I have with me this DW002US-5T G-Shock vintage watch. You guys already see where I got this, when I got this, but today it's a special video as well. This model was released back on July of 1999, and one more thing that you need to know that makes this specific watch is special is that this is the last DW002 G-Shock, because after that we get this. Well, you guys probably wondering now, how could this be this? Well, that is because this guy operates on the same engine, the same module as this guy right here. So technically you can switch this band to here or this watch band to here. So they are, this guy is kind of like a grandchildren of this, sort of works like that. Back then G-Shock had been experimenting this engine with varieties of different watch band and bezel. The first DW002 G-Shock comes with a metal inserted band. You can see that from 50G's blog spot. 50G's blog spot, very awesome. G-Shock blog spot already covered that model. So if you want to know more, you can just look it up. I'll link to my description box down below. So a really incredible article. I really admire the person who created it. It comes with this shock absorber as well. Shock absorber, it is pretty short compared to this latest release version shock absorber, which is longer and wider. If you look close enough, you can tell that this thing is not as simple as a regular G-Shock watch like here. It has more complexity. Just look at that. Even the buttons are two shape. Look at that. Up here is smaller and down part is wider. The bezel itself is different. Upper and lower part is different in size. I mean, just look at that. It's very unique. This is very G-Shock. I don't think any other watch have this sort of features. When you see this on the street, you know that is G-Shock. You know, just one printing of dragon up here. What is this all about? This is of course to represent the street Asian culture again. However, they are more towards the Asian culture in the US. Somehow Asian culture have a history close related to dragon. There are more backstory today, of course, but that is the message that G-Shock trying to convey. And if you look close enough into the dragon shape up there, you can see that the dragon actually being made into a G shape. For G-Shock, of course, it looks like a G, not just like random dragon image just printed on there just like that, you know. There are more to it. It's dragon, Asian culture, and it's shaped in G. Very interesting thing that most people will even notice. As I already mentioned, this guy have the same module as this, so you guys could probably expect the same similar features and functions or complications that this watch have actually. Back to design, you can tell everything on here is in black colorway. It is matte finish. The lower part just similar again. This is the shock absorber, very soft part. You can see that. I love playing with this, man. This part really gonna give me a very comfortable fit when I put it on wrist after. The band keeper just matte again, and this is the buckle, which is great as well. It is thicker, pretty much similar like the Jason G-Shock watch. They're still keeping this feature up until today whenever they are re-releasing this model, you know, just to keep up with the history, still maintaining the trademark. Look at that, we have Japan sign below it, so you know this thing is high quality, you know what I mean. Alright, now let's look at the backplate. We have 1289, as I already mentioned, DW002 water resist and Japan backplate. Look at that. How awesome is that? Japan backplate. Unlike this Jason over here, it is China. So you know this thing is more historic, more high quality, even though they're still G-Shocks. But if you're just a regular person and you just want to have a watch, you don't even care to whatever I'm telling you guys. But if you are a collector or a G-Shock geek or fans like me, a true fan, you definitely gonna need to know all of this. Japan buckle, Japan backplate, historic piece, a lot of stories behind it. And the other thing that Cassie want to tell us through this colorway is that it is unity in the dark, and whenever there's a dark, there will be light. And that is one of the special thing about this piece, and that is the backlight. It is in yellow colorway. All this color combination and message fits to the theme of this watch, Asian street culture, which is very impressive. And you can see now I already placed this watch on wrist. It looks big when you just look at it at a distance. When you put it on the table, it looks really big, but when you put it on wrist, just look at that. As I already mentioned, you're gonna have a very great fit, and the size is not big at all. If you think this watch is big, this watch is slightly bigger due to this two part over here. Let me put it on wrist as well for you to see the quick size comparison on wrist as well. The regular DW6900 series that we got today is slightly wider. Just look at that. Just look at that. It's not that big at all. It just probably look thicker than this guy, but for the overall size, if you look at it from a distance like this, you're gonna think this thing is smaller than this, even though both have the same module, and this guy have a lot more protection on top and from the bottom as well. So technically this guy is better than this. It's just that this thing is old and this thing is new and way more famous. And one more thing that you need to know about DW002 G-Shock is that it was released at a retail price of 12,000 yen only, which is pretty cheap. If you plan to get one of these today, you can still grab them in used condition, which you will find in far cheaper price, so you won't have any problem at all. And I just noticed that the screw had just fallen out of here. Just look at that. Look at that. I really need to fix this back after this video. Okay, I hope you guys found this video some sort of entertaining and useful as well for your future reference, just in case you are planning to grab one of these. Leave a like if you enjoyed this and found it useful as well, and also subscribe for more G-Shock related contents like all this in the future. Thank you very much for watching, guys. This is G-Shock High Fashion channel, and